What's goodies? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, and we are live on the IE network. Waiting for the people to come in. Must have got off to a late start. They must have got off to a late start. Hey. What's going on? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Who's in the building? Check, check. Check, check, check. Can y'all hear me? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Can y'all hear me? Check, check, check. Your boy Hollywood. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Who in the building? Stacy, what up? Style, Compass Media, what up? Jay Johnson, what up? Miss Jenny, what up? Miss Char, what up? Rest in peace, King DMX. Rest in peace. King Black Rob. What's up, Tanya? Rest in peace. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Y'all hear me? We're gonna get into everything that's going on. We're gonna get into what we get into. We're gonna get into our Q&A. We're gonna get into our topics. We're gonna get into the dark side of some things that people don't like to talk about. But we can talk about it here because we know what goes on. And we know that everything that we see is not an illusion. It's not a coincidence. You're looking at an agenda here, a very evil agenda. And it's a lot to do with the era of the 90s, because a lot of the 90s rappers, they were really the first rappers to start speaking out. So many 90s rappers were the first ones to really start speaking out and putting the industry on blast. And that is the reason why they have this, people like Method Man, DMX, Black Rob, G Dep, Ali Vegas, all these 90s rappers that came out and was saying this is not what you think it is. See, they were the main ones. The 80s rappers, they pretty much left them alone because they didn't really say too much. Because the 80s rappers was not really into it like that. Okay? They wasn't really into it like that. All right? So when I sit here and I say, '90s rappers, '90s rappers. Let's get into it. What's going on with the '90s rappers? What's going on with the '90s rappers? You got people out here, man. Shout out to everybody out there. The Cash App is Heaven Hollywood $. You're seeing people out here in the 90s around 50, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Shock G, I realized a little older, he was 57, but he's still a young man, still look relatively good. And if you jump back to all these 90s rappers like Big L, like um, Big Pun, Biggie, Pac, it's just the curse is continuing from there. And then you got the ones that they say have drug problems. Of course, congestive heart failure, aneurysm. And you look at it and you say, yes, Joseph Tanner. You look at it and you say, well, you got the older school cast, the dudes that was around even before these 90s dudes. And these dudes is 55, 56. And they're walking around looking like they ain't got a care in the world. They're looking at these 90s rappers like, whew, thank God they missed us. Thank God they missed us. 180 rappers said that's what their thought is. Thank God they missed us. Because you look around at the 80s rappers, nobody's bothering them. Nobody's bothering them. Because, as I said, they weren't touching the type of money 90s rappers was touching. And definitely not touching the type of money that rappers of today are touching. Yeah, they may have seen a million or two. They may have saw a million or two. Okay? But they wasn't seeing, 50, 60, 70,000 a week, every week. Hundreds of thousands of dollar checks from streaming. $800,000 checks from streaming. That's not the type of money rappers in the 80s were seeing. They were signing $1 million contracts, but just like 1 million. What's up, M. Fertie? like 1 million. But they were not seeing the type of funds, the type of money that people are seeing today, the type of money that if a 90s rapper comes out and starts running their mouth, so to speak, against the plan, that's a lot of money. Three in 1 week. DMX, Black Rock, Shock G. Three very, very important figures in this culture. Three very important figures in this culture. This, people don't understand how much this is going to hurt the culture. If it was not for Shock G, there'd be no Tupac. Or, I mean, Tupac had the drive that you have to figure at some point Pac would have got on. But we don't know that for a fact. But what we do know for a fact is Shock G put Tupac on stage and gave Tupac his first look. So we know that for a fact. And y'all hear me out there, okay? The other stuff is up for speculation. The other stuff is up for speculation. Whether they would have made it. So you have to start looking at what is going on and just start asking yourself, what's going on with 90s rappers? Why that era? Because it's the golden age, maybe? It's considered the golden age of hip hop. That's the golden age, the pure age, where hip hop was wholesome, where hip hop was at its purest form. Well, aren't those words that the lacks of evil hate? Wholesome, pure, honest era. Those are all words that the dark forces don't like. And a lot of people envy the 90s era, because if you rocked in that 90s era and you were able to survive, that's why they go and say they have the best era. They got the best rappers, because look at what we survived through in the rap game. And these new dudes get one or two people talking back to them on Twitter, and they're ready to disable their account. And look at what the 90s rappers had to endure. Look at all the competition that they had to go through. And all of these things start happening around April, and then here is new rapper Megan Thee Stallion getting the hell out of Dodge. I wonder if Megan knows something. Why would Megan just up and just get the hell out of Dodge out of nowhere? We're going to revisit that later. It's an interesting question, if I may say. I believe it, Reese. They're clearing out all the old heads, all the dudes in the 90s, and they're replacing him. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the donation. They are taking out older rappers. Biz Markie, be careful. Biz Markie, be careful. Smooth B from Nice and Smooth, be careful. Benny Siegel, be careful. Freeway, be careful. So, you know, I want to talk about, before we get into the shits, because Snoop is rocking with the GOAT. That's why Snoop is still around. Snoop Dogg's rocking with the GOAT. He's rocking with Goat Lucy. All right? These rappers were no longer rocking with Goat Lucy. Snoop made sure he started rocking with Goat Lucy because he knows after a while they're going to get rid of you. Right. We had Ecstasy. We had, Prince Marky D. But all those are really the only older school rappers that there were. What's up, Carmen? So Shock G, very strange video, or whatever you want to call it, but Shock G, as you know, from Digital Underground, passed away at the age of 57. Now, here's the weird thing. People are saying they do not know how he passed away. But if you have not seen this video and you're seeing it for the first time, we're going to get into this, and then we'll come back and we're going to talk about it. Right? We're going to get into it. We'll come back and we'll talk about it. So hold on a second. This is Shock G, man, and this is his last video. Now, ironically, let me give you a little backstory. He used to date a model actress. All right. He used to date a model actress. Now, at the time, this actress was already dating Todd Bridges, that used to be on different shows. He put this chick in the Do What You Like video. That was the white chick who he had his hands on her ass. She's a model. actress. And he sent this video to her a couple of days before he passed.
Either tense to go on stage, I was like really nervous to do a good show, or if it was after the show, then I was over egoed, pumped on having done a show where the crowd was into it. But whatever it was, I wanted to throw up afterwards. I can't believe I did that to someone. I can't believe I did that to someone. It was disgusting. Yeah, me and you went out and whatever I said was funny. Oh yeah, I dated you before I dated her. Some shit. I just put your business all in the dressing room, and it was so cheap and ugly. I'm so sorry about that. I want you to know that shit, like made me queasy stomach anytime I thought about it. That was so ugly. And please forgive me. You were a gorgeous chapter in my life. Not were, but I never had a blonde girl. I never had a thin girl, a model girl. And you had the 8x10 and shit. You were my first Hollywood experience. Amanda, here's my apology song to you. Let's see. I hate when I diss a girl. It wasn't on purpose, though. I hate when I disrespect a girl. I hope I did not embarrass you, but I know I did. I'm sorry that I acted like a drunk that night in the club. You know that you lost. I shouldn't have like. I'm really very sorry that I acted like a drunk to you.
Okay, so the person he's talking about, like I said, he obviously was involved in some sort of sexual relationship with her, and I guess him becoming a star and pretty much being able to get at whatever woman he wants. I guess he disrespected her or some way, and now he's apologizing to her. But the question is, people are saying they don't know the cause of death, but it is obviously that this man knew something was getting ready to happen. It's obviously he knew something was getting ready to happen. Because if you look back and everybody says, look at the mirror, and I'm not pretty sure where, at what point of the mirror they're talking about, but everyone's saying that it said, please don't go. We need you here. So what was going on with Shock G that people knew he wasn't going to be there? But yet and still, the reports are there are no reports on why he died. But he obviously in this video knows he's going to die. Even the female that posted this video, Amanda Rushing, she said in her post, Shock G, Greg Jacobs, Humpty Hump, once had a relationship with me, Amanda Rushing. We met when I was 19 years old in 1990. The last we saw each other a few years later, He acted weird and rude. He told me as soon as he walked in the room after saying what he said, he felt sick to his stomach. We spoke February 2021. This was made in February 2021. He apologized for what he said and wrote me a cute song about it. He passed away today, April 22nd, 2021. I was putting my socks on today to go to the gym. I put one on, looked over next to me to get the other one, and there was an extra sock. Their shock left me a sock. He loved to rhyme. Did you notice what it says in the mirror in the end? It says, please don't leave me. We need you here. We wanted me to share this. So for it to be saying, please don't leave, we need you here, someone had to know that he was going. There had to be something going on with him. I don't understand whether he met to show people certain things, but they also said that Prince knew he was going too. So what is going on? Why did Shock G apologize, and why was there signs on his mirror saying, please don't leave. We need you here. As I stated to you before, Amanda Rushing, is a actress, model. And he was having an affair with her. And he even said in the video how jealous he was of Todd Bridges, because Todd Bridges had Amanda Rushing. He said, I wanted you for myself. So that means they were creeping around, and he caught feelings and said he wanted her for himself. Forget her with Todd Bridges. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. So, rest in peace to Shock G, who really was a very underrated talent. He could play piano. He was classically trained on the piano. He did a lot of his beats, made a lot of his production on the piano. Oh, 19. Now, I know G did make a comment about the geometry of these deaths. And I can't sit around and figure out the geometry of all of them. But you have to admit that some of them are pretty mind-boggling. And some of them you have to say, I mean, come on. How could this be a coincidence? All right. Everybody thinks Diddy is next. Diddy's too much of a good child to Satan. So I would be shocked if Diddy is next. I'd be shocked. Local rapper from Charlotte, North Carolina, just overdosed. He went viral last year for getting in a fight. This is crazy. People are overdosing. Rest in peace, Shock G, man. You're going to be missed. You did a lot for this culture. Like you said, if it wasn't for you, there probably would be no Pac. So we lost a good one with Shock G. Black Rob, DMX, the 90s rappers just one by one. Remember what G Dep said. Remember, because, even though he was not directly signed to him, Diddy had a lot to do with some of the money that Black Rob made. So Diddy was responsible pretty much for the money. So I do not believe in any way that Diddy is next because he's been too obedient. So why should he be next? He's been too obedient. None of the blogs spoke about Quentin Tarver. I do, Vanderveer. I do remember G posting it. I spilled the sugar, posting it because she said she was the only person who did a blog about Quentin Tarver when he was alive. It's like everybody forgot poor, what's his name? See? So, yeah, it's like Quentin Tarver, people just glanced over it. And it's probably because, everybody's been beat down by, these accusations. So, what's up, baby Sink? Female entertainers too. I don't know if they want to kill them, but they want to make them sacrifice people. It's a weird. They want them to really carry on they want them to carry on more than want them to kill people. Yeah, Quentin Tarver did tell a lot. I'm not sure how much, and one day crystals will pay. Anita Baker, be careful, Anita Baker. Be careful. The masters really are not worth it. I'm going to be honest with you. When they say masters, they say that because they want you to go crazy. But it's really not that big of a deal for you just to say, I own my masters. Well, what are these masters going to do for you? What are the masters going to do for you at the end of the day? Lil Kim, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how strong her faith is. I hope it's very strong, but I really could see her committing suicide. Things are not going well for her. She can try to act like it is, but I've seen her, I've seen her face, and I don't know where her husband lives. I don't know where they live at, but she strikes me as the person, especially looking what she did to her face. She strikes me as the person that if it isn't going the way it was in the 90s, she wants out of here. That's something I don't want to see. We've already lost enough legends. That's something I don't want to see. It's something I do not wish on anybody. Again, they just be careful with what they're talking about. It's gotta be careful out there, man. Lil Kim, stop running your mouth so much. Just be cool, man. Just be cool. What else we got to get into? Um, so again, rest in peace, Shock G. Now, Irv Gotti exposed DMX cause of death prior to his family coming out and confirming cause of death. So a lot of people are dragging Irv Gotti. Okay, a lot of people are. I'll answer that. Amanada. A lot of people are dragging Irv Gotti, saying he had no business telling people that DMX OD'd on crack. Right, but here's the thing. He had COVID, but that was not the again. Let me school people that have not been in this game very long and have not been blogging very long, and they just recently hopped on the bandwagon because for a check. And I'm not naming anybody's name. Shout out to all the YouTubers, all the IG bloggers. But let me tell you something. The very first report, and I've said this to you many times, and G from Spill the Sugar said it many times, because she is she's a former public relations rep. I've always told you, believe the first story. Believe the first story, because that story is always going to be the closest story to the truth, because there is no publicist, there's no spin doctor. Okay? There's no publicist, there's no spin doctor, and they don't have a chance to get to the person to start to paint the narrative. The very first story that I heard of DMX is that he had a drug overdose, plus he had COVID. So I don't understand why everybody said, oh, yep, he had confirmed he had COVID. That was the initial report anyway. The initial report was he had a drug overdose and he had COVID, but he died of the drug overdose. It wasn't until he got in there that we started hearing, oh, he had a vaccine. Oh, he had this. Oh, somebody drugged them. Somebody poisoned them. Somebody did this. Oh, some woman stressed him out. It wasn't until he was already under and could not speak for himself that all of these rumors and speculations started coming out. When the very first story was drug overdose. I'm not touching that man's hospital record. You see, this is when bloggers start thinking that they're reporters, and you are not, right? If you were a reporter, you would be out there working for Channel 7 or Channel 2 or what have you, where you could be a reporter. But you see, this is the thing about blogging that started blurring the lines. Bloggers go and they do things illegally. They may think that it's not illegal, but if you get information by you saying, oh, well, I can't help it if somebody told me this information, that is illegal. You cannot get information. There could not be someone who calls up or DMs your blog and gives you this personal information about people in the hospital. That is illegal. Because TMZ is the leader of TMZ is a lawyer. That's why the leader of TMZ is a lawyer. So he can find ways to do that. Harvey is a lawyer or a former lawyer. They're not bloggers. They are reporters. TMZ is on the scene with the biggest celebrity murders and everything. They are actually reporters. They're not bloggers. Bloggers are pretty much the people that stay in their their mother's basement or their basement and make all their money from behind a computer and never go out on the scene, don't never go interview them, but don't never step out there on the front lines. They stay behind a computer and tell you what's going on from there. That's what bloggers do, which is it's cool to do that. But let's not think you're a reporter just because you have some subscribers and you're able to finesse some money from YouTube. We're not reporters. Bloggers are bloggers. Reporters are reporters. Right. TMZ, the moment that they broke Michael Jackson's death, I said, they're the truth. Because TMZ was the only ones reporting that Michael Jackson was dead. Everybody else was scared to report it. Everybody else was saying, well, I'm not going to say anything until CNN posts it. And they found out that week that TMZ is way more reliable than CNN. So I always believed from the beginning that DMX overdosed. I always believed that. And again, nobody needs to go back and tell a blog what I said or something other. I'm never a blog hater. Let all bloggers do their thing. But, I go by first story to me is always the closest story to the truth. Always. And if somebody really did leak medical records, I hope they get caught and I hope they do jail time. Sorry, not sorry. But the question is, was Irv Gotti wrong for putting out DMX's business? A lot of people wanted to blame him, you know. A lot of people wanted to blame Gotti. So we're gonna go on to what Gotti said, and that now there's people who there's people that wanted to come on top of Irv Gotti and say he should have never said anything, and you know what I'm saying? But listen, man. So what we're gonna do here, shout out to Hip Hop TVY. What we're gonna do here is make sure everybody can hear this. TVY. Okay.
What is up, YouTube? It's your channel YTV, and I'm back with another video. Co-founder of Murder Inc. sat down for a recent interview with Morning Show 107.5 in Chicago and spoke about DMX, who he had signed to Def Jam Recordings in the 1990s. During the conversation, he also revealed DMX's alleged cause of death. Prior to the Rough Riders legend passing, TMZ reported he had suffered a drug overdose, which then triggered a massive heart attack that ultimately killed him. While in the intensive care unit at White Plains Hospital in White Plains, New York, DMX also allegedly tested positive for COVID, although that was later disputed. But according to Gotti, both reports are true. Co-founder of Murder Inc. says DMX was given a bad dose of crack that was laced with fentanyl, which caused him to have an overdose. And before I move to our question of the day, let's check out the conversation. Come on.
They said it was a bad dose of crack, and they said some drug, fentanyl, was mixed in with the crack, and that's what made him overdose. Then when he got to the hospital, he got diagnosed with COVID, and he couldn't breathe. You know that COVID messes with your respiratory system. So that's why he had to get hooked up to the ventilator.
In my opinion, he shouldn't be speaking on that. That is not his business to share. Let the legend rest in peace. We lost DMX and nothing can change this fact. DMX was 50 years old at the time of his death and left behind 15 children. His public...
So, Irv Gotti said that he was given a bad dose of crack mixed with fentanyl. Where have we heard that concoction before? Where have we heard that concoction before? Michael Jackson, Prince. If you notice, whenever these artists now are passing away, people are always bringing up fentanyl. Always. Whitney Houston. Now, here's the thing. If Irv Gotti's telling the truth, we're going to get back to Shock G. We talked about Shock G, but we can get back to him. If Irv Gotti's telling the truth, why are people dragging Irv Gotti? Is he wrong for saying what he said? And if he is, why, if Irv Gotti is telling the truth, why are people dragging Irv Gotti? Because what you need to start thinking about is, well, who gave him bad crack? If everybody knows about X's problem. We're going to go back to it, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. If everybody knows about X's problem, who gave DMX that crack, the bad crack? Well, Carmen, here's the thing. We don't know whether his family's going to speak on the death or not because they don't want to make him look bad. So do you just accept what they say just because they're the family and not say anything? I mean, you could do that, but you're going to have people out there painting false narratives saying he died from the vaccine. And if he really didn't, that's not right either, to go around saying he died from the vaccine. You really scare people to death. So we all know Irv got a juicy mouth anyway. Do I think he made any harm or was trying to be shady? No, I do not. I don't think DMX, I don't think Irv Gotti would do DMX any harm, and I don't think he'd be trying to get over on him. Not on X. I just think Irv Gotti's got a juicy mouth, and he likes attention on him. So Irv knows a lot. He's been in this industry a long time. Irv and his brother know a lot. But the thing is, somebody had to deliver that bad weed to DMX. All the people he has around him, he's getting ready to embark on another tour or what have you. All these people DMX has around him, and nobody thought to think, who gave this to this dude? Why would you smoke crack now? So unless somebody comes out and says something, we're not going to speculate. At least I know I'm not. See, that's one thing that I'm never going to do. I'm never going to speculate just because the story sounds better. Right? You can only go by the reports that are out there. And I'm never going to say, yeah, you know what? He was sacrificed just because it makes the story sound better. Because it really does. That is a better story if this person's getting sacrificed, or if this person was set up, or if the vaccine did it. So now we can all go back and say, oh, see, the vaccine and so and so. Yeah, but also I've known hundreds of people that's taken it and nothing wrong with them. So if it is the vaccine that did it, it's not that it's a vaccine that's killing everybody. It's a vaccine that did not agree with his body, because I know hundreds of people that's taken it and they're fine. So they don't want to paint the narrative that, oh, it's the vaccine. And even though that's the better story, that makes everything look better, you know, conspiracy alley. But that wasn't the first story. I go on first story believable. That's what I go on. Me personally, I didn't take it, and I'm not gonna take it. But I know people who has, and they're fine. That's all I'm saying. They're not going to convince me to take it. I'm not going to take it because I don't want to. Like, I didn't take the flu vaccine, but I do just fine with my vitamins, covering my face, and staying 6 feet from you nasty niggas. So I do fine with that. I'm fine. I haven't even come close to catching it. There you go, Jimmy Ace. Good luck on the second one. So rest in peace, King DMX. Now let's get into the shits. Let's get into the shits. So hold on. Need a picture. Let's see here. Where are we going with this picture? Let's see. Okay. Let's just use the picture from here. People wanted the question, they asked me, how? How is that? How is she using the barbs? How? Why do you say that? Why do you say she's using the barbs? How do you figure that? All right. Let me explain to you what I mean about Cardi B using the barbs. Now, let's use this picture. There we go. Let's use this picture. Okay, so people wanted to ask me, what did I mean? How is Cardi using the barbs? The barbs don't even like Cardi. This, so, and therefore. So what I found out, and if you watch the videos that I put up, you'll hear most of it on the video and then on the private video that I'm doing. But what I found out was Cardi B is engaged in, I believe it's called influential marketing. Okay. It's been called a different name. The name has changed, or what have you. But what happens is, if you get a certain amount of engagement with your fans or with fans in general of social media, if you get a certain amount of engagement and you get enough people to talk back at you and mention you and, post you, and you get a certain amount of people to do this, Twitter is going to cut you a check. Instagram is going to cut you a check. So I was told that she specifically told another person this. And she basically said, I just say things to get under their skin on purpose. Why? because I know they're going to respond to me. I know they're going to respond. And when you look at the situation, that's what happens. She talks, finally says one thing that Nicki's fans seem to them it's out of pocket. And then we're off to the races. But I mentioned this before when I said, there has to be some sort of reason why instead of just saying, that's it, I'm done. I'm not effing with social media no more. Instead of her just saying that, she keeps coming back. Why do you think that is? Yeah, that's why she hadn't said anything bad about Beyonce, Carmen. So I say this to say to the Nicki fans, start working smarter. Start working smarter. You shouldn't be losing sleep and stuff like that over Cardi B. Losing sleep, coming all out of character. For what reason? Of course she's getting paid. That's what she's doing. And I said it many months before. I said there has to be a reason why she continues to troll that person's fans. There has to be a reason. It isn't just, she just keeps getting caught. And they keep saying she's getting caught, she's getting caught, she's getting caught. You have to think, does she really mind getting caught? She's obviously getting caught for a reason. No, this is what I'm saying. That they're not bought. Okay, she has followers, right? But of course you're gonna know she's a pulverizing figure. 19 million followers. They're not all fans. Okay, out of 19 million followers, you'll probably be lucky if 10 million of those are fans. Because haters are gonna follow you. People who really don't care about you are gonna follow you. People that don't like you are gonna follow you. So you're only gonna, really be cool with about what? There's only really real people, 49% are really gonna mess with you? Not really. So what I would like to see them do, but don't even spell her name at all, as far as spelling her name wrong or what have you. Because if you spell it close, next thing you know, they'll be saying, okay, it's close, we'll still give it to you. What I would like to see is just a 100% pure, 100% campaign of just acting like she doesn't exist. Don't go looking to see where she charts. Don't go reading none of the posts. All of that stuff counts as engagement. I don't understand what people don't get about that. Don't worry about what she posts. Don't worry about no song that she put out. Just be absolutely act as though she doesn't exist. That's what I would like to see from those fans. People who love attention like that, they can't stand that. They can't stand that. Oh, this person isn't paying attention to me. I wonder what happened. Our fans aren't paying attention. What's going on? But yes, that's the thing. I don't know the exact number. I'll have to get it. But she did allegedly reveal to a person, how she gets this extra money outside of music. It's crazy. And they're paying her a pretty good penny too, because these people just want to give away money, I guess. Moving right along. Chicka boom, chicka boom. So once I got into that, of course, I had to now answer all of the Nicki, Beyonce stuff. Now, if you want to hear in depth, I did a video. If you want to hear the in-depth story about it, go check the video out on YouTube. So when Nicki Minaj was with Beyonce, during those times where they recorded the remix, they recorded the Feeling Myself joint, and everything was fine, smooth and dandy, smooth sailing. Right? Beyonce was surprisingly surprised with Nicki Minaj. She wasn't really into Nicki Minaj just based on the fact of what Mariah Carey had said. And Beyonce and Mariah Carey did talk, often. And Mariah ends up always want to air out her dirty laundry. So this time, so here's the deal. They put the record out. They also have a couple other records. Okay. Allegedly, there was a remix. 7-Eleven. Beyonce. That Nicki Minaj was allegedly on the remix. If you know that video, 7-Eleven, it kind of looks like Feeling Yourself Part 2 to me. So these records are in the clip. These records exist. But there is a holdup, and we all know who that holdup is. We all know the big bad wolf, Sean Carter. And when the whole Sheetha situation went down, you know, he decided to, you know, side with Fat Joe and Remy Martin. And then all of a sudden, you know, when she first started dating Meek, Jay didn't even like Meek. Okay? Jay didn't even like Meek when they first started, when she first started dating Meek Mill. When she brought Meek Mill to the to the title meeting. She brought Meek Mill to the title meeting. He made Meek Mill leave. Go back to that title meeting. Go back to that title meeting and see if you see Meek Mill. You do not. But he came there with Nicki Minaj. Okay. He came there with Nicki Minaj. Jay-Z soon said, this is supposed to be a closed doors. He's not even on Rock Nation. You know, it's a closed door meeting, Nick. You just can't be bringing anybody. And I understand that's the dude you're seeing right now, but you know, that's a no. That's a hard no. He can't be here. So Nicki goes and cuts and makes Meek go wait in the car. And if you go back to that title meeting, you'll see there was no Meek Mill. Now, because allegedly Jay-Z tried to get a hold of Nicki's publishing. That is what the rumor's always been. He wanted Nicki's publishing. So, because he could not get it, he feels as though that's the only way now to make money off of Nicki, because Jay-Z, you know, he thinks that Nick is talented. Of course, he knows Nick is talented, but he thinks everything is dated. You were surprised that they showed up. Jay Chanel, they gotta show up there. Their repertoire ruined. You know they had to sign up. You know they had to come and show their face that they're so concerned. So it didn't shock me that they're there. And I don't understand why people want them. Let me ask people something that always say that they're cool, or Beyonce's cool with Rihanna and she's cool with Nicki. Why do people want them to be friends so bad? Could someone please tell me that? Why do people want Nicki to be friends with Beyonce so bad? Why? Beyonce is not going to be on Nicki Minaj's album. She's not going to be on Nicki Minaj's album. Reese, get ready, Reese. Scour the room. Moderators. So that's why he calls himself Jehovah, Lika. He does think he's God. Why do you think he calls himself Hove? Beyonce's cool with you as long as she can make a buck off you. If she can make a buck off you, she's cool with you. 2018. 2018. Again, the industry changes every day. You're talking 3 years ago. So then if Beyonce, if Jay-Z has issues with her, Beyonce is not going to be cool with her. If Jay-Z says you're not cool with her, she's not cool with her. Just because she sent her a gift, Beyonce is going to send people gifts. People say she don't like Kim Kardashian, right? But didn't she send Kim Kardashian a damn closet full of her clothes? It means nothing. She's going to do that. That's pub for her. Beyonce is going to only use you for what she can use you for. She sent Kim and Kanye a wedding gift too. What does that mean? That means nothing. When the whole Nicki Cardi thing went down, where was Beyonce and Jay at? Supporting Cardi B. Because they figured they can get her on Rock Nation, which Jay tried to do. And he was unsuccessful in doing it because she was already in the deal with QC, or a verbal agreement with QC. She's not going to be on the album, on Nicki Minaj's album. If she was going to be on the album, she would have been on Queen. If Jay-Z said she ain't going to be on the album, she's not going to be on the album. Period. How did they support Cardi? They would. Didn't you see them right there at Cardi's concert, front row, backstage with her? They was right there front row at a performance. At her concert, they front row. Go back and find the clips. They're still out there. Well, Talon hasn't been XAY. Talon hasn't been talking for a very long time. When reality shows, when they started making reality stars just as popular, as important as A-listers, talent went out the window. Okay, what does that mean? If she didn't like her, why would she be front row? I mean, I don't go see people that I don't like. That's not really. I don't really understand that comment. That doesn't mean she likes her. Well, then why would she go see her and sit front row? I don't go see people I don't like. Nicki and Cardi's always had a problem. What do you mean? Was it before they had a problem? They've had a problem from day one. They've had a problem from day one. People just didn't want to admit they had a problem. They had a problem from day one. You name me any point that Nicki and Cardi were friends. At no point were they ever friends. They had an issue from day one. Why? You got to ask them. They know why. So those songs, the 7-Eleven remix, they got a couple of other songs they worked on during that time. And when Nicki wanted to use Beyoncé, a big point in her life, and this is what made Nicki turn the side eye. She's going around talking about how she talks to Jay, and Jay's going around telling people, I called about business. I called about title. She's making it seem as though we had a conversation about cool things. So when she puts my name, that's what I don't like. Don't put me in your records to try to swing your narrative any way you want it. It's obviously Barbie Tings has shots at Remy in it. Don't put my name in it. She tried to use my name to paint her narrative. That's what she tried to do with B. You're not going to get her involved in your beef. I told you to distance yourself from her. She's going down. So when Nicki wanted to use the little intro that Beyonce sent her, which she really didn't have to ask, to be honest, because it was hers. She sent it to her. But Nicki just wanted to do things the right way. She didn't want to say Nicki featuring Beyonce without Beyonce giving her blessings for her using that clip of her singing Nicki's the rap queen. I knew a girl named Nicki, yada, yada, yada. Nicki was going to use that in her response to Remy Martin. So for everyone that wanted to paint the narrative that Nicki was scared of Remy and she didn't have anything to say, that was not true. She had to go back on her plan because Jay-Z threw a monkey wrench in it. But she had a response record for Remy, but it was based around having Beyonce on that hook. Because if she would have came out with a record against Remy Martin with Beyonce co-signing, Remy would have never recovered. Remy would have never recovered. And the luckiest thing to happen to Remy Martin was that record got shut down. Okay, so you don't need to be in here then. Get him out. You definitely don't need to hear me choking. So get him out. I don't understand why they're still in here. That's the second comment. Where's my moderators? Get out. Before we move on, anyone else need to go? This Jackie is Mary. Watch out. It's probably same thing. What's up? Anyway. So the fallout, one of the main reasons for the fallout, as I said before, was surrounded behind that comeback record. Nas is another one. I don't know what's going on with Nas. Who else we got? Oh, we talked about Irv, Cardi and the Bobs. Nicki's records didn't come out. If they want to do industry stories, you can ask the question. Certainty about certain people. There's one thing that I wanted to get into, which is I found very interesting. Hold on a minute. So a lot of people here was talking about Ashanti, and I really don't see the issue. Okay, so Ashanti is one who Ashanti is one who, no matter what people say, she always wants to deny whether somebody's her man or not. Why she does that, I have no idea. I don't understand why Ashanti cares so much, because she's been denying men since Nelly. She swore up and down she wasn't dating Nelly. Then she gets caught out laying out on a boat, all cuddled up with Flo Rida. People say, oh, that's her new boyfriend. No, we're not dating. Oh, no, that's like a friend of mine. Oh, he's close to the family. No, we're not dating. Then I believe she gets seen with some white dude. And then Black Twitter drags her. Here goes Ashanti. Oh, what'd she say? LMAO. No, she commented under a post about her dating life. He is one of my managers at the restaurant. He is not my man, and we are not dating. So she's always quick to say somebody's not her man and they're not dating. Well, let me tell you about, celebrities and their PR training. They're always told to use those words. We're not dating. I'm single. We're not dating. You're not dating. But when you say we're not dating, that does not rule out that we're not fucking, which is pretty much the same thing in Hollywood. Dating, fucking, hooking up, it's all the same thing. It's just technical words. I remember when Ashanti was saying she's not dating Nelly. Then look what happened. She said the same thing about Irv Gotti, and then you almost that was one of the reasons why Irv Gotti's marriage ended. But Ashanti wants to say she never slept with Irv Gotti, when everybody knows that she did. Kalani comes out, but then again, we already knew what Kalani was about. Phaedra Parks might be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. If anybody gives a hell about that, I know I don't. Once again, something very interesting. And it's mighty funny how they always want to sweep this under the rug. But as soon as something comes out that is negative about the King of Pop, they want to put that out there. And they want to put it out there fast. But all of the things that are not negative, right? All the things that are not negative, they don't want to talk about that. So I'll talk about it for them. Shout out to Rhymes with Snitch, one of my favorite sites. Wade Robeson's lawsuit against Michael Jackson tossed out. The lawsuit filed by former Michael Jackson protege Wade Robeson, which was used as the basis for the Leaving Neverland documentary, which is crap, by the way. From Showbiz 411, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Mark A. Young has tentatively dismissed the last of the cases brought by choreographer Wade Robeson against the estate of Michael Jackson. A final ruling, which comes after a hearing on April 26. Robeson was joined in his lawsuit by James Safechuck, who also had made the sexual molestation claims that appeared in this documentary. His case was also dismissed last year. This is the second time the case has been thrown out. Michael Jackson never touched them kids. Period. Case closed. Case closed. Sick and tired. Michael Jackson's been dead 10 years and he still can't rest. He still can't rest. They're still trying to throw dirt on his name. They're still trying to ruin his legacy. With every single time something comes out negative about him, they put it front page. But something like this, you got to go looking, searching, scripping, scraping to find something. But Megan gets shot in the foot, allegedly, and that's the big story. Macaulay Culkin also said the same thing. Emmanuel Stewart also said the same thing. Emmanuel Lewis also said the same thing. They don't bring up the fact that the dude who caused Michael to really go overboard, the one that got the $12 million from, they don't talk about how that son, who's grown now, admitted to the father making him lie and take money. Nobody talks about that. They want to sweep it under the rug. But when Michael Jackson died, that kid was already older. He said, I feel terrible. He never did anything to me. My dad said, shut your mouth. We can get $7 million. He told that story to the world. And within a couple of months, his dad killed himself because he didn't want to face the ridicule. Look it up. That man never touched none of those kids. None of them. And now because they kept running that in the ground and made that the narrative, he was the butt of all the jokes. Nobody wanted to mess with him. Endorsements were pulling out because they were believing the other people. I mean, at this point in time, I could care less about Tory and Megan. I've said this. I said this 3 times after that. I could care less about Tory and Megan. I don't care whether he shot her, whether he didn't shot her, whether Kelsey shot her, whether she shot herself. At this point, I'm over it. I've been over it. And May 2nd comes, nothing's going to happen. Just like I continue to say that all of these other court dates, nothing was going to happen, and they did not. So if the only thing that I can see happening on May 2nd is them saying, okay, we don't have enough evidence, we're going to drop the case. Uh-oh, Tory, sorry. Sorry for this inconvenience, Tory. And they're going to send Tory on about his way. He's going to come back and start trying to do the Tory Lanez live thing, the music thing, the other. But I told people months ago, she's not getting arrested. He's not getting arrested. They're just going to say, oh, we don't have enough evidence. Oh, well. I don't care enough anymore. I don't care what happened to Megan or Tory. I've never been a big Megan fan. I've never been a Tory fan at all. All right, Reese. Thank you, Reese. So I could care less what happens to them. And Kelsey, as long as she keeps her big mouth shut too. And just please don't make no more records, no more rap records. Kelsey, please and thank you. Torrance, what's going on, Torrance? Questions. Who wants a question? Who wants a question? Kept paying up to Breonna Taylor. Why doesn't Diddy know how to do dark arts? He said he had to rely on people to do him for him. Because see, Diddy wants to try to be like love, and he wants to make it seem as though he's so God-fearing, whatever. So him learning it for himself, he's always been taught that that's evil. So Diddy doesn't want it. To him, it makes him feel as though like he's doing less evil, if that makes sense, by him not doing it himself. Kayla, I don't know how to do Twitch. I don't know how to do Twitch, Kayla. You got to show me. But he wasn't charged, Tashina. He wasn't charged with shooting her. He didn't get charged with shooting her. He got charged because he got caught with a gun. That's why he got charged. If he got charged for shooting her, he'd already be in jail. Well, I don't need no tarot cards to look at Cardi's marriage and feel as though it's not going to work. However, I wouldn't have thought that Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage would have worked either. But of course, they got way more money. You know, Offset is not a billionaire. and he probably only has money for a certain amount of time. Who knows? So I can't really see that working. But what is not working in these days? Kim and Kanye didn't work, but they were working before. So they stayed married, 7 years? That's working in Hollywood. If you're married 7 years to the same person in Hollywood, then your marriage was working. As far as the beauty lines go, the clothesline, I believe it's going to get, as long as she remains hot, I believe it'll do good. So, everybody makes moves and everybody keeps artists hot as long as they're on top. So as long as Cardi's putting out number ones and she's staying relevant and she's the number one female rapper, then her beauty line and her clothing line will do well. The moment that she's no longer popping, I don't believe it will do well. And that's just the generation that we live in. When you're hot, they rocking with you. When you're not, they not rocking with you. So I believe as long as she remains hot, they'll support what she's doing. Right. I mean, the thing I don't know about the beauty line, all this other stuff, all I know is Cardi can dress her ass off. She definitely has a sense of fashion. Now, anybody that say Cardi can't dress and like that, that's now you're just hating whoever would dare say that. Because Cardi can dress her ass off. That's one thing she can do. He was charged with that, Carmen. But he's not locked up. That's not what he got locked up for, though. You have to show me that. He got locked up for felon assault with a rifle. Then why is there a case? Then, if he got charged, he should have been locked up for shooting someone. I don't believe he was locked up for shooting somebody. I don't think if you shoot somebody, I don't think they're letting you out, are they? To your court case? Again, he's walking around here like he ain't touched that girl. Now, if I'm sorry, there ain't that much confidence in the world. If you're going to walk around here stating, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, and, to people who basically decide whether you eat or not. He don't sound like he did it to me. I spoke on Nicki and Beyonce. Sorry, if you want to double back after I'm done. People can't seem to take me talking about Nicki, so you're going to have to just check it out when it's over. I apologize. That's as far as it goes. I'm going to try to go through some channels. My boy Chippy from OVO. I'm going to try to go through some channels and try to get the Tory interview myself. You see, I would do the interview that everybody wants to fucking hear. That's why a lot of these people don't want to interview with me, because I'm going to give everybody what they want. Tory, welcome to the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Listen, let's just get right into it. Fuck your case. We don't want to talk about your case. He's like, really? Oh, you're the first. Yeah, definitely, Tory. We don't want to talk about your case today. Let's just get to the shit, shall we? Yeah, okay, sure. Tory, you said in the song Slim and Queenie or Slim and King, whatever the frick the name song is, that Kylie was looking like a baby in a manger. Could you explain what you meant by that? We don't want to talk about your fucking case, Tory. I don't give a shit. He'll be so happy that somebody says that. We're not here to judge you on your case. We're not here to judge you whether you shot Meg Thee Stallion or not. We're just going to get into some questions that everybody wants to know. When you said Kylie was looking like a baby in a manger, what did you mean by that, Tory? Could you explain how a baby in a manger would turn you on, Tory? Please explain. Because I really didn't get that line. Okay. When you came into the pool, you said Kylie was looking like an angel. Tory, what happened with you and Kylie? Do y'all still kick it? You still cool with Kylie? You know, did she like call you and say, oh, thank you for saying I look like a baby in a manger? What happened with you and Kylie, Tory? Do y'all still no? Y'all still talk? Because you defended on the record, you said she looked like a baby in a manger. You said she looked like an angel, and she was you think about her and she was bad. So did she ever call you to thank you for telling her she looked like a baby in a manger, Tory? Inquiring minds want to know. Why do you think she unfollowed Megan, Tory? I just giving an educated guess. Why do you think she unfollowed Megan? That didn't happen outside her house, did it, Tory? Today, forget it. I said I want to talk about the case. So I want to talk about the case. My bad. Why do you think she unfollowed Megan, Tory? Just give it since you was on the scene, whatever. Just give it an educated guess, Tory. Why do you think she unfollowed Megan? I kept my promise. I haven't talked about the case. I haven't asked about the case not one time. Tory, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tory. Fuck your case. Okay? Fuck your case, Tory. I could care fucking less. Have you been back in contact with Kylie? That's what I want to know. You said in the record, Queen and Slimmy, or whatever the heck that song name was. Great little EP you put out, by the way, Tory. Just want to give you props for that. You said in Queen and Slimmy that you were waiting for her to ride it like a stallion. Did you ever get that chance? You said you wanted her to ride it. Did she ever ride it, Tory? We just want to know out here. The heavy hitters want to know. Ride it, Mike, like a M&F lady, as you said. Why would she have to ride it like a lady? Is she not a lady? Let's forget that question. I don't want you to answer that either, Tory. We're just having fun here. It's the Heaven Hollywood Experience. I'm here with my boy Tory Lanez. So, Tory, I guess the whole thing is this. What about Kelsey now? You and Kelsey had a little thing going on, and then Megan came and ruined it. And we all know we don't have to bring up what happened. We all know what happened, so we don't have to bring up what happened. But how about you and Kelsey? You think there's any chance of you two rekindling anything? No. My Nicki interview would be epic. Like I would have every single person in the world would be tuning into my Nicki Minaj interview. Every single person in the world. We're here with Nicki Minaj. Nicki, Kevin Hollywood here, the heavy hitters, and I'm telling you, thank you for agreeing to spend a minute and a half with me here today, because I know that's all you're going to give me. So I need to talk fast, Nicki. And don't worry about it. We're not going to ask you anything out of the context. But here we go. Nicki, before we get started about any new music or what have you, I want to talk to you about this Rihanna situation. And before you even respond, Nick, please don't say what Rihanna situation. We've been down that road already, Nicki. You know good and goddamn well what Rihanna situation, Nicki. Let's not play silly here. Just simply tell us what happened, because you two were all chummy. Old buddy, old pal, I want to chomp you down on that stage with the awards. So I just want to ask you. We don't have to talk about Meek. I know it brings back bad memories. Even though I told you so, you should have never dated him. But that's no here nor there. We're not going to talk about Nicki. And we're not going to talk about Meek. Forget me. Fuck Meek. What's going on with this Rihanna situation, Nicki? Why did y'all stop talking? Everybody knows you fell out. Ray Charles can see that y'all fell out. He's blind and dead. And he can see it. Just tell all the heavy hitters what happened. Why did you and Rihanna fall out? I'm telling you, man, it'd be the biggest interview in the world. This is what people want to know. They scared to ask. Oh, man. Let's just kick the ballistics here, Nicki. Did you ever let Drake perform fellatio on you? I know he didn't get the pussy. We all know that. We all know Drake never smashed. Or else you already would have been a part of a song. So we know Drake didn't smash. You know how we didn't know he smashed? Because we know about everybody that Drake smashed. What just made you did you ever let him perform fellatio on you, Nicki Minaj? Yes or no? Don't worry, take your time and think about it. Never? Okay. We have to ask, that is what we do here. We have to ask. Let me tell you something. I would take the pressure off of a lot of different interviewers because that sit there all scared to talk and scared to ask these celebrities these questions. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. What's the worst thing they can say? I don't want to answer that. Real quick, back to you, Tori. Thank you for hanging out. Well, we have Nicki Minaj and Tory Lanez here in the building, or kinda. Tori, how do you feel about that when you go on a record and you say how much you like somebody, you even said that you love them, and then you see that that person that you're saying you love, people are calling them Marcus the Mule and Marcus the horsey, and so how does that make you feel, Tori? What do you have to say to those people that after you sat here and poured your heart out and said that you really like this person? How'd you feel to hear people calling them Marcus the Mule? Inquiring minds want to know. You sitting here saying you love her, and everyone else is calling her Marcus the Horsey. What do you feel about that, Tori? Tori, why haven't you and Drake really? You're both from the same city. You're both popping. What type of beef is going on between you and Drake? There's obviously something going on, or else you two would have been all over records together. What happened with you and Drake? Please don't say nothing, Tori. We're not here for the bullshit. Please. Please. Don't tell me nothing, Tori. Give us something out here in TV world. Give us something. Two of the three biggest artists from the city never links up and does music. Well, Chad, I appreciate your opinion, and you're right with that opinion to say that you believe her story does add up. One thing about Megan, okay, maybe her story don't add up, but God damn it, at least she gave a story. These other two numbnuts, or whatever, or however many people was in that car, these other two numbnuts refuse to give any sort of story. Yeah, Tori will talk about how Kylie was looking like a baby in a manger, but I made the wrong turn that night, but not the turn that you think. Okay, then what turn did you make, Tori? Let's just cut the bullshit. Okay, you say it wasn't the turn that everybody thought. The turn that everybody thought is that you shot the bitch in the foot. Since you said that is not the turn you make, Tori, what turn did you make? Let's just cut to the chase. You took a wrong turn. Okay, so we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Then what turn did you make? Not the turn everybody thinks. Well, what's the turn that everybody thinks, Tori? Everybody thinks you shot the bitch. Let's just be honest. But since you're saying that that's not the turn, what is the turn that you did make, Tori? Can we please stop playing mind games? What happened? Okay? Stop and well, I can't really look, Tory, listen, Tory. We're not gonna do this, Tory. You just made a whole goddamn album talking about you didn't do it. So please don't come here and show up to my interview, the interview that is waiting to go viral all over the world. Tory, please don't show up to my interview talking about you can't talk about it because of legal actions when you just made a whole goddamn album talking about what happened. Tory, please let's not do that. If you can't talk about it, how did you put all those things on the album? So there was no problem with you saying that pretty much that Rock Nation was pretty much trying to blackmail you and bribe you. So you can talk about that, but you can't talk about what the fuck you and Megan was arguing about. You can say that Rock Nation bribed you or Rock Nation tried to set you up, but you can't tell me why the fuck y'all was arguing. Tory, you know what? Thank you for coming out. You know, I see you came all the way from the 6 to come here and jerk my dick for 30 minutes. Have a great day, Tory. Everybody, Tory Lanez, big round of applause. Whatever his album comes out, I don't know what it's called, but please check it out. He's going to need the support. Thank you, Tory. We'll see you on IG Live. Oh, shit. Nicki Minaj is still here. Nick. Go over to Nicki. Nicki be sitting there popping gum. If you ever, you have the queen in here. You have the queen in here. You don't leave the queen to go talk to Tory Lanez. You just don't do that. Zoo, we're out of here. You know the fucking vibe. Damn, I forgot Nicki was there. Go back over there and let Nicki, had Nicki sitting there 15 minutes talking to some fucking Tory Lanez. Oh man. When I interview Megan, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't have anything to say to me. Like my interview would be like my interview with Megan would probably be the most boringest fucking interview. I just probably say, how do you think that people say you got a dick? Do you want to put that to rest right here, right now? I know it has to be an awful feeling that every single day on the internet, people are talking about you got a cock. Oh no, it is every single day. I could probably pull it right now. I could most definitely. You said it's not every day. Oh no, I beg to differ. I believe it is every day. Every day, people are saying you got a cock. How does that feel? Oh man. Anyway, guys. Oh no, Rihanna would never interview with me. Rihanna would never interview with me. Because you know I'm going right for the jugular. I'm going right for the Rihanna would never interview with me. Nicki has listened to my. I think Nicki will read my DMs before she watched my channel. Because remember, I really just started this channel. Nicki knew my old channel, which was Block TV, because we did an event with her years ago when she was with Safari. So she wouldn't know this channel. Like a lot of people that was messing with me back in the day, like Ray J and Takara, like they all say, "Oh, I didn't even follow this page. I was looking for a Block TV page." So more than likely, she would know the Block TV before she knew the IE network. So if she's not making the moves that I suggest, so she obviously ain't watching. Because if she was watching my channel, she would be in 3 times better shape. Oh man. Yeah, my Ray J interview was lit. You know what I mean? My Ray J interview was lit. I got my pimping jeans on, and I'm here to pimp day and night. You better tell him something. Rihanna up in here, the Simmons sisters up in here. I'm ready to kill them right now, if I can, if they fly. I got my mixtape coming out called Rated R. You see Rihanna over there? I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, I'm here to pimp. I got on my pimping Calvin Kleins. And I'm ready to kill them. Because pimping ain't dead, Ev. Pimping ain't dead. That was when that was at I interviewed him at Neo's birthday party. When Rihanna was there and Ray J was to my son. Oh, you didn't see the tape. I guess you didn't see the tape then. That nigga stupid. That's my guy though. That's my guy. Rihanna was like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's the only words Rihanna. That's the only words Rihanna ever said to me. She said 3 words to me. Yeah, it is. Because Ray J was standing next to me talking shit. And Rihanna looked out. She called him little man or something. Okay, short man. Okay, short man. Look at he's short man. He's short man. He's short man. I'm short. Okay, I got your short man. She ain't seen the tape. She obviously haven't seen the tape. I'm only short in size and height size. That's the only place I'm short. Oh shit. That nigga Ray J, he got balls, boy. No homo. Pause. He got balls. That's one thing he do got. Riley for the food. Oh man. What happened to Patra? Well, we already know what happened to Patra. Patra was, I'll show you what happened. She was R-A-P-E-E. Find out what it means to me. R-E-P. And we'll show you by who. It said she was R-A-P-E by who? Well, guess what? We about to show you. We about to show you by who. We'll show you by who. You say who was it by? We about to show you. I can't play too much more of it. However, you see that name? Y'all see that name? Okay. And he's already had run-ins with that same issue before. And if you want to say how much of a monster he is, just go ask Gloria Velez, his baby mama. Ran her right out the game, but she actually that and the when she got robbed going to see Biggie, when she was messing around with Big, and then she got robbed out in New York. That made us say, you know what? I'm staying in Cali. I'm staying in Cali. I'm not even going to New York anymore because she was messing with Biggie on the low. Got out there and some dudes from Brooklyn kidnapped and abducted her. Abducted her and robbed her. See naked bitches every day, B. My boy. Watch, I can already see. I can already see now I'm gonna have to cut out this part with Aaron Hall record before they hit me with some sort of strike. So I'm gonna trim that part before I even put the live up. Anyway, y'all. Oh, y'all, these questions. Hilarious, but they're good questions, though. Why you say that live, wife? Live wife, why you say that? Oh boy. Cardi fan, get him out of here. Said they came in talking ass. Get him out. Mama Breezy's out here. You see all the pictures? Mama Breezy gonna be unveiling that man soon. She said, I smile because I love to make you smile. Mama Breezy gonna be unveiling the niggas she been effing. You watch. Oh, something happened to her too. I think she got sexually assaulted. Mona Lisa, I believe that's the name. I believe Mona Lisa got sexually assaulted too. I was talking shit about Cardi and calling her names. Huh? Really? Okay. When did I call Cardi names? All right. Well, guys, I've been on for 2.5 hours. Oh, okay, got you. I was talking shit about Cardi. Okay. Hey, you hear that, Nicki Minaj fans? See? A Cardi fan came in here. Y'all say that I defend Cardi and kiss her ass. Well, you just got a Cardi fan in here saying that I talk about Cardi. Which one is it? They be saying I defend Cardi. Now I talk about Cardi. I talk shit about Cardi. Wow. I don't understand what I said tonight so hateful on about Cardi B. I don't get it. I know, ass. I don't get it. What did I say? What did I say? That she uses the bars and she gets paid? How's that talking shit about her? Nah, the Barbs don't love me, Richard. No, they do not. The Barbs hate me. The Barbs hate me. I mean, I could care less, but no, the Barbs hate me because they say that I talk about Nicki. I shit. Yesterday I was told I shit on Nicki. I shit on Nicki. Get that person. I hope she doesn't run. The only place I want Caitlyn Jenner to run Ms. Ash is onto an expressway. Honestly. I do not want her to run anywhere except onto an expressway full of dinosaurs, full of an expressway full of moose. Dinosaurs full of moose. That's all I want her to run onto. I just all right, well, but that's why the moderators that's why y'all are moderators. Aren't you a moderator, Liveway? Everybody got time to be looking for them and what they say. That's why I got y'all there with the itchy chicken fingers. Who wants to be perfect? The B side, who wants to be perfect? Who wants to be perfect? All right. We're going to end this. It's been 2 hours, 37 minutes. Oh. Well, the last question. They're trying to put together EP, but right now he just wants to try to get a song with those three. He just wants a song. And then we'll see what happens after that. All right. We outie 5,000.